Well, that was fast. So, Incredibox version 9 released in the span of like a day or something. Well, obviously not now because this is like a week forward from the release of version 9. But it came out. And it's pretty cool. So, what is version 9? So as stated on the official Incredibox website, version 9, Weekedy, puts a new take on the 90s, twisting the era into a retro-futuristic banger ball. Throwbacks to the golden age of hip-hop, homages to the pre-web pop culture, and nods to previous Incredibox versions. Wait, nods to previous Incredibox versions? So the question I wanted to ask today is, well, is version 9 a big throwback to any of the other versions? Well, yes. Just yes. There are a lot of similarities with this version and other versions. And I'm not the only person who noticed this. Multiple other people have found similarities between version 9 and other versions. So, I'm gonna do exactly that and put it all into one video because big epic. So without any further delay, let's get it started. Oh, the beats. Who doesn't love a good beat? Add a kick to your song, add some snare, percussion, hi-hats, whatever, and you've automatically made the song catchy. But we're not here to talk about how good beats are. We're here to talk about the similarities the beats have to other versions. So let's do that then. First up, we've got beat 1. He's, well, just a kick. As expected, the first beat of version 9 is, well, a kick. So we could compare this to any kick in any of the versions. But I'm going to compare this one to beat 1 in Alive, because both of these guys have unique kick patterns, and beat 1 in Weekedy has the Alive eye on his hat. So that's a cool reference. Next up, we've got beat 2. A simple snare with a simple pattern. So this guy most definitely represents beat 3 from Sunrise. For 3 reasons. 1. Both of them are simple snares with simple patterns. 2. Both of them are clap snares and not, well, how do I say it, lippy snares. Say like the snare in The Love. And 3. Both of them are wearing backwards hats. Epic swag, dude. Next beat on the menu is beat 3. Some sort of bass or tom drum sound effect. I'm gonna compare this guy to beat 3 in Alive, because, well, both of them are beat 3, and they both kinda make the same sound. Swiftly moving on to beat 4. Clicks with multiple pictures. Now there's 2 possible characters this guy could represent. The option mostly everybody goes with being beat 4 from Dystopia, and the option that I think everybody brushes over, beat 4 from Alive. 3 beat 4s? I guess that's why they represent each other. Oh, and they're also all clicking losers. And finally for the beats, we've got beat 5. Some sort of, well, I don't even know what to call it. Like some breathing, or, as I saw some comments say in an Incredibox video before, like a spray can sort of effect. Talking about effects, you know what this guy reminds me of? Effect 4 from Dystopia. Effect 4 from Dystopia terrifies me. Next up, we've got the effects. You know, the sounds that you add to your song to add a little bit of spice. Let's just move straight on to finding the similarities. First up, we've got effect 1. If you couldn't tell, he's one of my favourite sounds in all of Incredibox. I mean, Just look at me. You should also take a look at this guy, Beat Free from Little Miss. So, both of these guys are basically raw beatboxing. And that's where the similarities end. Oh, and they also wear hoodies. Also, because I like Effect 1 a lot, here's a little something I've got for you. Let me cook a little bit. The next effect we have is Effect 2. Some sort of trill sound effect. I know another trill sound effect. Effect 3 from Alpha. Effect 3 from Alpha makes a sound. And Effect 2 from wikis makes a brrr sound. Same thing. Next up we have Effect 3. The MOG bass. M-O-G. Funny joke. It's the first time in a long time that we've had a bass that hasn't been the first effect. That's quite strange. You know what else is strange? A bass being in the voice category. I'm putting these two together because, well, they're both basses and they both make funny faces. Ooh, that is so fire! Next up we've got Effect 4, the distorted bass robot. I'm gonna put this guy with Effect 1 from Alive, because they're both bass and they both are kind of robots. And lastly we've got Effect 5, the acceptable bass voice. I'm gonna be pairing this guy with Melody 1 from Alive because they're both voices with bass.
You win!
So the reason why I sped through those last two effects was because I want to talk a bit more about the melodies. So, what I'm going to say now is probably quite controversial, but in my opinion, version 9 melodies are probably some of the worst melodies in the game. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but they just don't compare to some of the other melodies that were in, like, other versions. Anyway, swiftly brushing past that, let's talk about the other versions' melodies. First we have Melody 1, layered vocals with cuts in between. It's aight. And it was also really hard to find somebody who matched this character, because he sounds very unique. But I think I found someone. I believe this melody matches with Melody 5 from The Love, because they're both chopped up vocals. And next we've got Melody 2, the arcade machine. Again, it's aight. It's actually the second time we've had an Incrediman that, well, isn't an Incrediman and a boxy machine. And the first time it was actually great. Beat 2 from Dystopia, which is, in my opinion, a lot better than this one. Fight me. Okay, who's the next melody? You're the main reason why I don't like the melodies in this version. I'm gonna compare this absolute monstrosity to Effect 2 in Dystopia, because they both make weird as hell sounds and they both look weird as hell. I hate Melody 3 so much. Second to last melody is Melody 4, the 8-bit Incredible Polo. Personally, I really don't like this sound. Because 1, he sounds out of place compared to the other Polos. And 2, he made my job difficult because he doesn't represent any other Incrediman. Or, like, a character from any other version. He's completely unique. The closest Polo I could find that represents him would be Effect 5 from Alive. But even then it still doesn't work. I only did him because, well, both video game characters, I guess, maybe. And the final melody, Melody 5. Finally, a good melody. I'm going to compare this guy to Melody 4 from Little Miss, because they both kind of make the same sound. Also, I love the way these guys dressed. Epic swag, dude. Epic swag. Finally, we move on to the vocals. The vocals, pretty good. Let's just start by finding comparisons. First we have voice 1, the rapper with words that you can't understand. He's pretty cool. Probably the best voice in the version. I'm going to compare this guy to voice 1 in Alive, because both of them are rappers and they're both voice 1. Easy. Next up we've got voice 2, the voice with a lot of reverb. I'm going to compare this guy from voice 2 from Alive, because they're both voice 2 and they're both voices with a lot of reverb. Easy again. Next we've got voice 3. Ooh. I love the way he sings. Out of all the voices, he's probably got the most beautiful. I'm going to compare this guy to Melody 4 from The Love, because they both make who sounds. Next we have voice 4, a very loud riser. I'm going to compare this guy to Effect 5 from Dystopia, because, well, they're both risers. And the final voice of Incredibox version 9, voice 5, the very, very, very reverby voice. I'm going to compare this guy to voice 5 from Alive, because they're both voice 5, both have a lot of reverb and both wear cool glasses. Cool swag, dude. Whew. Well, that was a lot of comparing. So that's what I think each and every character represents. Yes, some of these were a bit questionable, but, I mean, that's not my fault. Well, it's nobody's fault. Before I end the video, I just want to say a few things. Firstly, this is a really good version. Me saying that, like, well, the melodies were awful. They're not really. I just don't think they're as good as some of the other ones. And they could be better. Second, this video was quite crappy. There's a lot of things wrong with this video, and I would change them, but I just wanted to compare some of these sounds with other sounds from different versions. So, yeah. Thirdly, I'm making a track for version 9. Here's a bit of it. I'll probably get the full song out eventually, but that's it for now. And I'm also doing one for Travis, which will release eventually as well. I haven't done a video like this ever since the Halloween video I made, which was probably worse than this video in itself. So, yeah. And I think that's everything I've got to say. So, bye, I guess.